Welcome back to the Core Discussions. We call ourselves the Core, and we're here to discuss many things, many topics, from movie, entertainment, TVs, whatever we feel like talking about. As you know, if you're tuning in for the first time, please like, subscribe, or hit that notifications, give us a rating. Let us know how you think we're doing. If this is your very first time, my name is Phil. I am the moderator and host, as well as you can just call me Legacy. Right next to me you'll see several guys. These two over here, they are triplets along with another icon. And right here is their younger brother. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. Let's go ahead.
I'm Bobby. I'm the solo one. That's the easiest way to remember me. You can call me Bobby D3.
What's up, everyone? I'm Max. Thanks for tuning in. And like Phil said, if you have any suggestions of how to improve, let us know. We are not will not hurt our feelings.
Constructive criticism only, please.
Yeah, no trolling.
Like Oldie Bowl.
Alright.
Hunter, also about 55.
My name is Jacob. You guys also call me Vitamin J, the daily dose you need the most.
Nice. I'm Eon Catan. If you guys have any topics you guys want, if it's a good topic, we'll consider it. If it's bad, we won't. That's just how it is. So let's get into it.
And we like to discuss stuff that we know really well about. Like if you want to talk about climate change, sorry, we're not the guys to talk about it.
We believe in it, but we don't know.
We have no clue. All right.
I don't have facts.
And we stay away from certain topics. Like if you want to talk about stuff political, that's probably not us. You don't want to go to us for that knowledge. We have our opinions, but we're probably not going to be the experts here. So, but if it's movies, sports, entertainment, anything like that, we probably can give you a good insight on what we want to talk about. And if you want to talk about sports, please no golf. We have no clue about that. Or hockey. That's going to be very blatant talk.
Sorry.
And for most of us, football, only one really follows that. So.
Okay. So today we're going to do another top 10s list. Every one of them on here, including over here, Max, his wife, also submitted a list. We did a top 10 list of 1 through 10, 1 being the highest, 10 being the lowest. They all submitted their favorite TV show theme songs of all time, so animated or not, or live action. I then rated it I then scored it. If they were number 1, they got 10 points. If they were 10, they got 1 point. I totaled and calculated using lovely Microsoft Excel. Thank you for that help as well. And it helped me calculate the totals. And I took the top 10 from all of our lists and came up with this own list. I'm the only person who has seen this list. The rest of them have no clue what it is, and we are going to discuss right now as you're finding out, they're also finding out. So we do have other videos we have dropped in the previous weeks. Right below should be, you can go ahead and click the links to some of the other stuff we've talked about, so feel free to. And also check those out, give us a like, and let us know what you think. Gentlemen, are we ready to start with our best TV show theme songs?
Yeah.
Alright, this one had, I believe there was about 30 different shows. Over 30 different shows that we all suggested, so there was a nice variety of everything. And looking from this list, I don't think a single show got a like from every single person.
Okay, wow.
No, one show. Our number 1 was the only. Besides that, nothing else got a like from every single person wrote down. So we're going to go ahead and start it. Number 10 coming in at 16 points. Hunter and Bobby both voted for it. Both of you guys actually put it in the same spot. It was number 3 on your list. It is the amazing animated show, one that we like, that is featuring Scrooge McDuck, DuckTales.
That's a good one.
Oh, Max, sorry, Max.
I'll give you a compliment. Never mind.
The lines aren't. It's kind of hard to see. All right.
I know he's lookalike.
Yeah.
But our names aren't.
Okay, you go tell me with these lines.
Yeah,
All right.
you're not the same person. Really
Look,
involved in
you know what? This is
Look, I almost gave one a compliment. Finally, someone has some common sense in. How do you not put DuckTales on your list?
It's nice to meet a man of such taste.
Yeah, such taste. It's sophistication putting DuckTales at number 5.
Okay, why don't you tell me why you put it on, alright?
Well, I'll tell you why I put it on, because when the song starts, you're gonna sing it.
Yeah, you know the words. It's so catchy. At first, what they put, you're gonna rewrite history, and we're gonna solve a mystery. You know the divining scheme. You gotta put DuckTales in there, and everybody goes to woo. You gotta sing it.
And we're talking the original version, not
Not the
the one that's going on now. But yeah, man, that's a banger. All the songs on my list are bangers, but that one, yeah.
That's you.
So according to someone that has good taste, you know, I think it should be higher on the list. It's very catchy. You know all the words.
Well, guess what? It's not.
I will say the theme song I like better than the show. The show's still good, but the theme song is definitely more iconic than the show.
True, very true. Very true.
What we got next up?
Alright. So next one coming in with three more points, coming in at 19. Again, this is the first time I'm not gonna have one for a while. Okay. Jacob, you put this third. Bobby, you put this fourth. Hunter, you put this 7th. It is a very iconic TV show to a lot of our childhoods. It's actually probably what got us loving the comic book world. It is Batman the Animated Series.
I mean, there's no lyrics, and it's just themes. It's pure music. It's captivating.
Wait, how does it go? Can you hum it? I don't remember.
That's copyrighted, so I'm not gonna hum it. It is copyrighted.
No, you
it's coming in at 19 points.
You're fine. You can hum it. It won't go against copyright as long as you're not like perfect. Like
Well,
it's not exactly like it.
I only hum perfection.
He'll do a disservice.
Oh, okay.
And you can definitely tell that thing song inspired.
Well, I just like how the intro to that show, it just perfectly encapsulates what Batman Animated Series is. I mean, the music with the animation style, it just really set the tone for the show.
And I feel like I'm the only one with common sense. Like I have both of these on my list. I don't know what y'all doing.
I can't put every cartoon on this list.
I mean, again, it's a top 10. You gotta draw the line somewhere. I'm sorry.
Hey, you drew it wrong.
I'm sorry. You just can't throw whatever you want, willy-nilly.
I think Jay agrees. You hear it, you instantly recognize it.
Yeah,
you know
no,
it's like Batman.
It definitely captures the serious tone of the show. I think Danny Elfman did the theme song. I can't remember. I have to look it up. But no, it just sets it up perfectly. I mean, you could have also done like the '60s Batman, but I like this one. It's more serious. I mean, it's like it's another kind of theme song, but
That's a good one.
but no, I prefer the animated series theme song better, just because I like a more serious Batman. So that's just one of the many reasons. And then the show is great too. The show was great too. No, I mean it was fine.
He was always prepared for every situation.
Oh, he was.
That's shark repellent and all that. No, I mean I like it.
I like how he just like carried a lip balm through the streets and was like trying to like figure a way to throw it away.
Some days you just can't get rid of the bomb. It's true.
You know, hey, it is what it is. All right, so we're going to number 7. There was actually a tie. I'm going to break it up to talking. We're at 20 points. The first one we're going to talk about, Max, your wife Candace had it at number 1. Hunter had it at number 3. And Bobby, you had it at number 9. It is Golden Girls.
Yes,
my
men
God.
do watch that show.
It's actually better.
And hold on, sorry. Before we go, I forgot to pronounce. So some of the shows you might think when you go through this, be like, oh, where's this show? Where's spoiler alert? MASH is not on here. Like you might be like, where's MASH? And there or like Cheers. We only did shows that we had watched. You had to have watched it. Like you had to have actually watched it all the way through. I never watched MASH. I never watched Cheers. Not all of it, but you have to watch like a good portion of it. So it didn't make it. It couldn't just be the theme song because you liked it. You had to actually like watch the show. You didn't have to like the show, but you had to watch a good portion of it. So some don't.
It's catchy. Well, I mean, it's another one where it does a good job of setting the tone for the show.
It starts off with thank you for being a friend. I'm like, you know what? I appreciate that.
Yeah, my wife watches Golden Girls to this very day, and every time the theme song comes on, she will sing the song. And You don't know my wife, but she's a good singer, so she does the song justice when she sings it.
Well, it's like
Oh, she got some
I feel like if we ever do like a guilty pleasure show, this one might be on my list. I don't know.
And I'm saying Street Guilty because the late great DMX, he was a big fan of the show
Yeah,
too.
well, I mean, it's good. I mean, it's good. And the old lady mom, I mean, she was throwing out some serious heat in that show. So I mean,
She was.
R.I.P. to most of the cast.
I'm in love with you guys. I've never watched.
Yeah, Betty White's the only one. Yeah.
I'm in love with you. I've never seen it.
You've
My,
never seen it? What?
No.
oh, man.
Sir, you're almost 30 years old.
It's not even an episode. Come on.
No,
My sister,
I've seen maybe like 5 minutes of an episode, and I've never seen the full episode.
My sister used to watch the show, and I will tell you one of my favorite parts of it was definitely the theme song.
Right, yeah.
Though I didn't go for it, it was still a really good theme. It's very catchy.
It's catchy, it's stuck in your head. Yeah.
Like,
I
kind
feel like-
of get a little head nod in there.
Yeah, I feel like that's like the main thing people remember about it is the theme song, because no one ever like talks about. I mean, I'm sure the show had like a lot of moments in it, but no, that's not the first thing everybody talks about. It's the theme song people talk about. So that's just it's catchy, and there's a reason why everybody knows it.
Oh yeah, solid show.
Yeah.
So what tied with it is a very popular show that all of us have definitely watched or seen an episode or two. Candace had this second on her list. I had it fifth on my list. Bobby, you had it eighth on your list, and Max and Ian, you both had it at 10. Look, all right, you want to go start saying this? It's not the easiest thing. All right, you both had it 10. Hunter and Jacob did not go for it. A very iconic show, and it's no one told me life was gonna be this way. Sorry, I kind of am trying to watch copyright here. Okay.
No, you're good. You can sing him. Just like I said, unless you're like perfectly like the song, it's not gonna show up. You can sing as much as you want.
Is it bad, Phil? Is it bad that I still don't know what show you're talking about?
The song is
Friends.
It's Friends.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I did not get that.
I didn't sing it that loud, so you probably couldn't have heard it. But all right, but the Friends theme song. I mean,
It's catchy. I mean, everybody, if you hear the song, you automatically know what show it's for.
Even if you don't like Friends, which apparently now is a popular thing to do to not like Friends, even though I think most people don't like it haven't seen it. But the theme song is still, you know it if you haven't seen the show because it's just that iconic.
I mean, it's been referenced in like Family Guy.
And that's a part of a good theme song. You automatically recognize it when you hear it. And you know
And I don't even know the band name who did it, but they should be happy they got.
No.
oh my gosh, your royalties probably are ridiculous right now. No, I didn't even start watching Friends till like my teenage years, but I always knew the theme song. Like it wasn't until like high school, and I think it was when I was over at you guys' house because Candace loves that show. That's when I started like probably watching it, but I always loved the theme. I could still sing you the theme song. I still knew it. I'll be there for you.
And everybody knows when to clap.
Oh, yeah. And kind of like they said, it kind of hits correctly into the theme of the show, about just friends being there for each other. Like it's really, it's kind of goofy. It's a fun show. That's really what it's going to be more. So I think for a legendary show, great job on the theme song.
I will say like that show, like the modern day of that show or the modern show now is like Big Bang Theory. And that show is like made for nerds. If you don't know, like I'm kind of a nerd. That show should be for me. I don't know why I hate that show. Friends is like way better in my opinion.
it's not for you, it's making fun of nerds.
Yeah, that's because the writing on that show is atrocious. But
True. Sorry for people that like that
It's
show.
essentially know this reference here. Isn't it funny because it's a nerd thing?
yeah, it's like insert random nerd culture reference.
Yeah.
I mean, it made 7 seasons, so
I'm not saying people didn't watch it, but it's like
There's a
Friends
lot of
did it
bad-
better.
There's a lot of bad shows that get a lot of
It's like
views.
2.5 Men. It's like, I mean, only old grannies watch that. It's like no one's really gonna be like, oh, this is such an iconic show, even though it's one of the most watched shows ever.
that was actually a catchy theme song too.
And NCIS.
True.
So there's a lot of bad shows that get a lot of seasons.
I'd like to also state the views that are expressed on this podcast are not shared by everybody, so please don't tune us out just because you're offended. Jacob.
What?
You cut that part out, Ian. But
Not like a lot of shows. That's fine.
Jacob's real picky.
yeah, very. Oh, I'm sorry. We're doing the. In case you don't know, Jacob's a very big critique on TV shows and movies. You might find that out later in another podcast.
Yes.
Hey, that's good to have. That's good to have in a group.
The good thing is we have a lot of heated debates, but they're usually fun. So.
Yes. This is probably going to be one of our more tamer ones. So.
Yes.
Now, what's next? I'm 4-4.
For the first time on our podcast, it is actually a three-way tie with 21 points. So they just edged out the last one by 1 point. Again, I'm going to break it down one by one. This first one is going to be, again, it is going to be very dear to all of our childhoods. Ian, you put this one at 3. I put this one at 4. Max and Hunter, you both put this one at 8. I think we know the show starts off with good old Rita breaking out and then going to Zordon. It is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Go Power Rangers!
Oh, it's just the guitar riff in that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it just bangs, man.
You cannot get more 90s than the Power Ranger theme song.
Oh yeah.
True.
It just goes so hard. It just goes so hard.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely much better than the show.
Yeah.
If you didn't play fight your siblings during this song, you're not human.
And again, it's Mighty Morphin, the first couple with Rita, and then you could easily go with second season when they introduced Zed.
Yeah.
Still that. Like after that, Turbo, no, we're not talking about it. Just Mighty Morphin.
There's other ones that are good too, but the first one's the one people remember the most. It's the most iconic.
I like the Japanese version better. I think that's good too.
Well, we're talking about the American version.
I haven't heard that one actually.
The funny thing is, people don't know this is not about the theme song, but about the show. In the original series with Tommy and all them, all the fight scenes are from the 80s Japanese show. The American version didn't redo the scenes, they just kept it from the 80s one. Which if you look at it now,
It's super
you can
obvious.
tell the degradation.
They're not the same size at all.
And the quality, you can tell the 80s had a different look than the 90s as far as TV shows.
For sure.
I give credit. They had great characters. Zed was like a pretty good villain. Gordon, Rita.
That's Lord Zed.
Ivan Ooze. I mean,
Hey, that was funny.
I will say, I remember, like, especially as a kid, 6 years old, when I'd see her and be like, at last, I finally broke it out of my I get so excited every single time.
The nostalgic value is so good.
Like you say, the show is so 90s. I mean, the overacting, but still, the theme song, you gotta get excited. Like, it's it.
Like Ian said, that's a good way to test if someone's human. Play that thing song. If they don't jam out to that, they're not human.
And just FYI, Zach was the best Power Ranger of all time.
Okay, it was Billy, but you know what? That's not what we're discussing. Save it for another pod, alright? Save it for another
We're
pod.
trying to start arguments here.
This guy always wants a challenge.
I want to listen to that.
Yo, right now, just to say real quick, Power Rangers, as of today, consists of 28 television seasons with 21 different theme songs and 3 theatrical films released.
Wow.
So,
We're talking about the
OG, original one. The one with way too many flips, even for no reason at all.
the one with the guitar.
I mean, come on, didn't you air guitar during it? I know we all did.
I'm not even a headbanger, but you guys are.
Yeah. I know I wasn't the only one air guitar during it.
What could tie with this?
Okay. All right. So the other the other TV show theme song that tied. Ian, you had this number 1. Candace had this at 10. Max, you had this at 5, and I had this at 7. No, you had this 5. I had it at 7. Though I didn't really I wasn't a big fan of the show, and I'm surprised Bobby, Jacob, and Hunter didn't vote for this.
oh, you guys are wrong.
Big fan of this show.
had it number 1.
Yeah, you guys were a big fan of this show. I want to be the very best.
Okay.
Pokemon.
Number
guys,
1.
catch 'em all.
I thought I put it on my list.
I mean, it was an honorable mention, I'm sure.
My wife,
think
my
yours was-
my brothers had no excuse. My wife even put the song on the list. She didn't want to
Well,
put it
I
on
think
the
honorable mention.
Shade.
Look now, it's like we keep saying, it's top 10. Someone's got to miss the cut.
No, but this one though is one of the best theme songs ever was.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not a great song.
I mean, even the end when you gotta like shout the Pokemon, like,
Gotta
come on,
catch
like,
it. Oh.
God, again, not a big fan of the show, but the theme song was a banger. I gotta give it
It's a
that.
banger.
I'm even a fan of the poker rap they did back then too.
Oh my God.
At the end of
Yeah.
It's all the original series. Pokey Rap.
So,
When it's on 100
So what was the three-way tie with this?
all right. The last one is again this one's very iconic show, very pretty old show. Bobby, you had it number 2. I had it number 3. Jacob, Max, you both had it at number 9. So Ian, Hunter, and Candace did not vote for this one. It is Scooby Dooby Doo, man.
I thought of it, but
Old ones, the Scooby Dooby Doo. Where are you? That one.
How many TV shows are there out there? I mean, someone's got to miss the cut.
yeah.
It's iconic.
It is iconic.
It's so
Scooby is one of the most recognized characters of all time.
I'm not saying it's not a good
And
theme
that
song.
theme song helped him.
But as far as my top 10, it's not on it.
Yeah, apparently you got a dumb top 10.
Oh,
Just want to throw you that out there.
This song is still people still sing to it. My son, who is 5 years old, knows every word to this song, and he will sing it every time I put it on.
My son is one too. Every single time he's like, I want to watch Scooby Doo Doo. I'm like, yeah, we're watching Scooby Doo.
Oh yeah, again, original one, very
Yeah,
first
it is.
one.
The
The
Scooby Doo
old,
radio show.
just so that's why I had saying because I know there's so many Scooby Doos and they have different songs for it. Yeah, this is one I remember in middle school, waking up when we were off school and watching this on Cartoon Network, and just every single time singing the theme song, just kind of like.
Look, I don't think I've met someone so far that has not seen at least one episode of Scooby Doo.
True.
I mean, you're not human. You're an alien.
Yeah.
How do you go as a child and not watch at least one episode?
I don't know what you're doing with your life. Like,
I will. Don't watch the live action movie. It was really bad. But fun fact. Do you guys remember when Kids W?
It's not terrible.
Do you guys remember when Kids WB had sweepstakes? Do you guys remember that?
What's that?
Do you remember when Kids WB back in the day had sweepstakes? Like you could win prizes.
yeah.
So when the first movie, when the movie came out, there was like a soundtrack, and I actually submitted in for the contest, and I won a freaking album. So it's pretty awesome. Back in the day.
Do you still have it?
Somewhere, yeah, somewhere.
It made a big impression on the Catan.
Yeah,
Big impression. Big time.
it changed my life. Just kidding. Just kidding.
All right, and so that was all the number 4s. All right, so going to number 3, Vitamin J and Catan were the only 2 that did not vote for this.
What is?
It was my number 2. Max, it was your number 4. Hunter is your number 5. Bobby, D3 over there, it was your number 7. And Candace, it was her number 9. It is the longest running animated show to this date. One, again, from our childhood, we all love, and even past that is The Simpsons.
I mean, as soon as you
I
hear
almost
that,
put that down.
you know it's The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the whole, and then the leading up to the couch, or the couch gag and all that
Yeah.
stuff. I mean, it's just perfect.
True. Also, the Bart thing, like, he writes something different every
Yeah,
single
yeah.
time, so that was always like.
Yeah, it's also a visual thing as well.
Mhm. And with this one, I like, it's just, there's no words. Besides The Simpsons, it's just
Yeah,
kind
it's
of.
a melody.
Yeah, so it's rare for a theme song to be so iconic with no words, but I mean, everyone knows the Simpsons one. It's been on forever. It's kind of hard not to.
I mean, we can argue whether it should still be on. I mean, it's been 30 years,
Yeah, I
maybe
mean,
more.
I haven't watched it in like
Sure.
15 years.
I mean, you still make money, you still making money,
Yeah.
man.
Nah, I'll say first 10 seasons of The Simpsons, all-time great.
After the last 20 or whatever it is on now.
I mean, you gotta lose steam after 10. It's just tough to
Watching
make.
there 1,000 episodes.
Yeah. Well, also the original guy like left after
Yeah,
I
a lot of
think 10 or
staff.
so. Yeah, like left after 10 or so.
I mean, they used to have like legendary, like Conan and used to be
I mean, it's definitely the most iconic animated show of all time.
The Simpsons added the word "dull," the saying that Homer says to the dictionary. So that's a huge accomplishment to me.
Oh yeah, and I think it's cool. It shows you like all of Springfield, or just like all the hits every character, so you kind of see like, oh yeah, that person, that person.
And it kind of gives you the personality of even the main characters. Like Bart's a troublemaker, Lisa plays. She loves music. Marge, you know, just stereotypical
All things.
Yeah.
Homer is a forgetful, bumbling fool.
Oh, and Maggie's the baby, so you know.
And I mean, kind of started that trope of like the bumbling fool dad, and then having with cartoons that followed.
I was saying the couch gag revolutionized a lot of cartoons because they do it now to this day. If they don't have enough content to fill out the episode, they'll stretch out.
Simpsons predicts everything.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And
Predicting
it's
elections.
funny how when The Simpsons came out, that was like people were up in arms about. Like that was an actual controversial show, which nowadays is like Simpsons is nothing. It's nothing compared to like they were treating Bart Simpson like he was Eric Cartman.
Yeah, Bart was because of the bad boys, and Eric Cartman came and blew him out the water.
Oh yeah, he's very common.
I mean, you feed someone to your parents.
Yeah. All right. So that came in at 28 points. All right. Our number 2, which came in at 34 points. Ian, Candace, and myself all did not vote for this. I didn't vote for it because I never really watched the show. Jacob, so Vitamin J and Mountain over here put it at number 1. Max put it at number 2, and D3 over here put it at number 6. Twilight Zone.
To me, my favorite show of all time.
I don't know why you caught me, because that's my favorite show of all time.
And it wasn't the theme song for the entire show. I think it started in season 2. I think that's when the iconic one came in.
I mean, everyone knows it when they hear it.
My wife never really watched the show beforehand. She says to this day it's not great, but every time I put it on, she seems to watch it. So I think she's feeding me lies.
Well, I mean, I know this is mainly just about the theme song, but I mean, like Twilight Zone. I mean, how many things have ripped off that? I mean, Poltergeist was ripped off that. I mean,
Black
so
Mirror.
so many things. That have been
Well,
ripped off.
there's a reason it's been revived 3 times
Yeah.
since the original series in the
And
80s, early 2000s, and then now.
I think if you don't know the show, it's not a linear story. It's a different story each time.
I mean, Twilight Zone, if you watch the episodes to this day, it's still good value. It's black and white if you haven't seen it, but it's still the black and white is part of what makes it good. It kind of adds to it. It wouldn't be the same with color.
I'll say, watch the Monsters Subdue on April Street. That's one of those iconic ones.
Well, I think Max is right on that part. It's just because it gets into its like weird nature.
Yeah. I mean, Rod Serling, for his narration on the intro and outro, always was beautifully done. I said that theme music just, as soon as you hear it, you know what type of show you're watching.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't dislike the show. I just never watched it really. So
I didn't really
That
watch
was
it
the
until
only thing.
I was
Older.
probably 14, 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
When the Sci-Fi Channel used to run like a marathon every New Year's.
July 4th.
if you like sci-fi, you'll like Twilight Zone.
I will.
Sure.
Speaking of sci-fi, both Captain Kirk and also Spock were in that show before. They were.
And Solo.
And who? And who?
Was it Solo? No, Sulu. What's his name? George Takei's character.
Sure.
You're asking-
George Takei was on
Yeah,
it.
George Takei was in that
I
episode.
think a lot of people on it. Kojak was on it.
Charles Bronson was on it.
Kurt Reynolds was in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are people. I mean, so
Yeah, so many.
And a lot of popular actors of that time were in it too, if you're not
Oh,
familiar with the 40s and 50s.
And Will Shannon was in one of the most famous episodes.
Yeah, that's a good one. I love that one.
And
No,
they,
it's a simple theme, so it's easy to remember. And like even nowadays, when like some strange occurrence happens, people will joke and do the thing.
Yeah, there were references to Twilight Zone.
yeah, even just when something weird happens in TV shows, they kind of do that.
yeah, well, because that theme song just, I mean,
It would work.
it really unsettles you kind of because it's so
And
weird.
like the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror, a lot of the earlier episodes, they'll do a spin-off of a Twilight Zone episode. And they were, so it's very, very influenced a lot of things. And it's like I said, still referenced to this day. And to keep redoing it.
But Phil, what could have possibly have beaten the Twilight Zone?
Well,
I think I know.
beyond. Well, first we gotta do our honorable mentions.
Okay.
All right, this one is voted on by Bobby and Candace. Candace put this number 3. D3, Bobby D3 over here put it at number 5. It's again was one of the first ever animated series to be on primetime Flintstones. I mean,
Ah.
but I'll give it to you, Ethan. Or
Look,
no,
I-
Crowd.
Remember I said, look, I was only gonna put one Hanna-Barbera cartoon in here. A lot of the ones were good back then. I mean, Jetsons was good, and Flintstones, like we're talking about, it's good. I mean,
But and then we hear Flair go yabba dabba doo, and then you go meet the Flintstones. It's one of my favorite cartoon shows of all time. I find it so catchy. And like when I hear Fred's infectious yabba dabba doo when work is over, I feel that. I feel
is that
that.
what you do when you get off work?
Absolutely. Every time I get in the car.
This guy. But it's one like everybody knows. Like, everybody can at least say a couple things from this song. Like it's that memorable.
I don't know if you're gonna mention this, but I got a gripe on people's list. I don't know why I'm not the only one, or it seems to be the only one to put it on there. How do we not have Dragon Ball Z on here?
Well,
That song goes hard. Okay.
Yeah, I'll let you go in honorable mentions. Yeah, you were the only one who voted
Yeah,
for
that's what I was thinking about. Like Dragon Ball Z. I mean, that song goes hard.
Dragon.
I think the biggest omission, because I don't know what's number one, but I'm assuming this is not on the list. How is the X-Files not on this list?
Because I haven't seen
Nah,
it.
what's the biggest
it.
fan?
Because I never watched it, and you,
I had X Files. I had them number 5.
you and Jacob were the only ones who voted for it. I haven't watched the X Files.
Are there any
But
other
you haven't watched the X-Files, but you know the theme song.
Right.
Yes, again, you had to watch the show. That was the rule. You gotta watch. Like, I know the Twilight Zone, and if we were just doing basic ones, I would have put it on, but I never watched the show.
So
I
that
couldn't
guy
put
has
it.
agreed to Jalen never watching Golden Girls.
Otherwise, I would have put it, but I'm like, I never watched the show.
There's a theme song I'm surprised that's not on the list. I don't think it's number one. I was surprised that Samurai Jack wasn't there because that was a really. I knew you guys watched
I
that.
thought of it, but the other one's just better.
Yeah.
Also,
it was a tough go for Samurai.
That or how about SpongeBob?
I didn't do this.
It just didn't qualify for my top 10. Maybe not even top 20.
Oh, sure.
Sailor Moon's one of my favorites too.
Different podcast. Different podcast where I'm going in. Oh my gosh, you are better. Oh man. Okay. Also, a couple other ones. Max, I think you. Sorry, I gotta find it. You and I were the only ones who put it on. Very common. I like it. It's very catchy. Goose Troop.
I thought about
Disney during that era, Disney had like every show they put out had like great theme songs.
Chip and Dale had a good one.
The different ones you kind of just want to sing your heart out.
Oh yeah.
Darkwing Duck.
Oh, Darkwing Duck was you, but I was the only one who put it on there. Another
Even
one.
Bonkers was good.
Bonkers, I like it. And I'll let you go on this. Vitamin J. Yourself and Hunter were the only ones who put this on. Sopranos.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I haven't really seen that.
Great show, great theme song.
I'm just glad we didn't talk Game of Thrones.
Well,
Yeah.
it's funny you mention that because I was going to say my two favorite recent shows theme songs is Walking Dead and Game of Thrones.
So you didn't vote for
Yeah.
Game of
I had
Thrones.
Game of Thrones. I had it number 2. But I mean, definitely, if you're starting to get into HBO shows, you should definitely watch Sopranos, even though it's older. But it still is really, really good. Don't discount it just because it's older.
One more show I really liked. I feel like you guys forgot about was Teen Titans. That theme song was amazing.
I don't even think I know the thing.
I never watched the show.
I don't know the words to it.
It's okay. It's okay.
I like it.
I want to watch it on YouTube or something because I haven't.
I mean, it fits your bill.
I never really watched Teen Titans.
Alright, and so just to remind you, Twilight Zone got 34. Number 1 got 51. Is the only theme song that was on all of our lists.
Yep, I know what it is.
You can probably figure out, especially if you were born in the 80s or 90s.
It's a rap.
You definitely know all the words to this TV show theme song. D3, Bobby D3, Max, and myself all had it number 1. The Mountain had it number 2. Candace had it number 4. Vitamin J had it number 8. Mr. Catan had it number 9.
Yep. Yep.
Guys, we all know it.
Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I mean, come on. Who hasn't rapped it and who doesn't to this day know how to rap the song?
Every 90s kid knows the word. Every
That's a
90s
theme
kid.
song where you can start at any point and the people who watch the show can finish the lyrics at any point of the song you start.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's an earworm. It's an earworm. It gets stuck in your head.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, great show. Like so great. Like come on, it's just.
And it's composed by the legend Quincy Jones. So what more do you want?
Yeah.
Like, if it didn't make the list, that would have been a travesty.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
We
true.
I think we would have all had to lose our 80s and 90s cards for that, for not putting it on, because just, I mean,
Did first
Yeah.
80s or?
the 90s.
Okay, I was about to say, okay.
But like 80s, 90s kids, you pretty much grew up on it.
I'm gonna say I'm glad. I wasn't a big fan of the show, but I'm glad Full House is not making this list.
Oh, that
But I mean, like, so Fresh
Okay,
Prince is like,
let's not diss. Those were two
Oh,
solid.
I can't stand the show.
Come on, everywhere you look. It's a good theme song.
The song is good.
As long as there's nowhere near, I don't think it's touching close.
I would say Brady Bunch is more iconic than good.
Right, I mean,
It's more iconic than good.
Well, it's kind of how I feel about the Beatles.
I used to be a
Hot top. I'll take Hunter.
I mean, nobody's saying the Beatles suck or anything, but they're
that's not
more iconic than good. But we'll go.
Maybe we'll have a day we can discuss about that.
But this is about Fresh Prince.
This is about Fresh Prince
is
and Will
the
Smith.
goat of theme songs.
And well, I also want to say they're the best uncle in TV history is Uncle Phil.
Oh, yeah.
That's for sure.
Best.
Oh yeah, shout out RIP over there.
James Taylor.
James, yeah. So that concludes our list of top our TV show theme songs, whether it's animated or live action. Let us know what you thought should have been on the list. Maybe there's a TV show you missed that we didn't even mention, or maybe you thought something should have been like a lot higher or in a different spot. Just to recap the list, number 10 was DuckTales. Number 9 was Batman the Animated Series. Tied at number 7 was Friends and Golden Girls. Tied at number 4 was Scooby Doo, Pokemon, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Number 3 was The Simpsons. Number 2 was Twilight Zone. And number 1 was The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So thank you all for listening and tuning in to another episode. If you haven't caught any of our other episodes, please go ahead, click the link below, any of the links below, and you can go ahead and check out some of our other discussions. Again, if you want to go ahead, rate us, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. My name is Phil. You can call me Legacy. You can follow me at @wisdom_legacy.
I'm Bobby. You can call me Bobby D3. And at some point, I may get some social media.
Max, you can follow me on Twitter at Max_Tanager.
I'm Hunter, or also known as Mountain. I kind of Bobby over here. I have like Facebook and stuff. I really don't pay attention to like Twitter and all that stuff.
I'm Eon Catan. You can choose my channel like Pokemon. It's Ian and Lesbian. So yeah.
Freaking
Last one.
And Vitamin J, you can follow me on Twitch. I'm started streaming again, Vitamin J. And then my Twitter handle is VitaminJ91.
All right. Again, thank you guys again for tuning in. Till next time, till hear our next and latest discussions. And Ian, take us out.